Your favorite anime protagonist just exposed your entire personality, and you probably don't even realize it. Think I'm wrong? Let's see. If Goku is your number one, you're probably the type of person who still believes friendship can solve world hunger. And if you picked Light Yagami, well, that's concerning. We need to talk, because what I'm about to reveal will either make you feel completely understood or personally attacked. There's no in between. Let's start with the obvious ones. If Naruto is your favorite protagonist, you're that friend who never gives up on anyone. You probably still text your ex asking if they're okay. You believe in people even when they've given you zero reasons to. Sometimes this makes you inspiring. Other times it makes you exhausting. Luffy fans, you live life like consequences don't exist. You're the person who says, let's just wing it, for everything from job interviews to international travel. Your friends love your energy, but also keep you on speed dial for bail money. Now here's where it gets spicy. If Light Yagami is your pick, you think you're 5 steps ahead of everyone else. You probably correct people's grammar in group chats and genuinely believe you could run the world better than current leaders. Plot twist, you can't even keep your room clean. Goku fans are living proof that being pure-hearted doesn't equal being smart. You'd rather fight someone than have an awkward conversation. Problems? Just punch harder. Your solution to everything is train more, even when the problem is your credit score. But here's the really interesting part. If your favorite is someone like Elric, you're carrying some serious emotional baggage and using sarcasm as armor. You make jokes about your trauma because actually dealing with it seems harder than fighting homunculi. Ichigo fans think they're the main character in everyone else's story. You jump into situations uninvited because you genuinely believe you're helping. Half the time you're right, half the time you're just making things worse, but you'll never admit to the second half. If Tanjiro is your go-to, you're probably the therapist friend who remembers everyone's birthday. You see good in literal demons, which is either incredibly mature or incredibly naive. You cry at commercials and think it makes you emotionally intelligent. Senku lovers, you're that person who brings up scientific facts at parties nobody asked for. You think being logical makes you superior, but you probably can't figure out why people don't want to hang out with you more often. And if your favorite is Lelouch, congratulations! You have a savior complex wrapped in daddy issues. You think elaborate plans make you sophisticated, but really, you just overcomplicate ordering pizza. You want to change the world, but can't change your sleep schedule.
If Deku fans are professional overthinkers who take notes on everything, you analyze every text message for hidden meanings and probably have color-coded study guides. You mean well, but sometimes paralysis by analysis is your biggest enemy. If Saitama speaks to you, you're either completely zen or completely dead inside. There's no middle ground. You've reached that point where nothing surprises you anymore, which is either enlightenment or depression. Mob fans are quietly carrying the weight of the world while everyone thinks you're just shy. You have more power than people realize, but you're too humble to show it off. This makes you either incredibly wise or incredibly undervalued. And here's the controversial one. If Sasuke is your favorite, you're attracted to red flags and call it depth. You probably think toxic relationships are passionate and that suffering makes art better. Seek therapy. Rimuru fans want to be overpowered, but also liked by everyone. You're the person who wants to win the game without making any enemies. Good luck with that level of people-pleasing while trying to be the strongest. But the most telling choice? If Subaru is your favorite, you have serious commitment issues disguised as determination. You'd rather reset everything than face the consequences of your choices. Growth is optional, suffering is mandatory. And somehow, you chose this.